NASCAR Heat 4 and NASCAR 9 are both well received by the NASCAR gaming community and seem to be compared often, yet the questions that seem to be asked often are how similar they are, how different they are, and which game is more superior. In this video we are going to answer those questions as we break it all down, piece by piece. So just a quick back info on NASCAR 9, the game was published by EA Sports in the year 2008 and would be the last NASCAR game EA Sports would publish. In some regards, the critics seem to think EA was being lazy with their last NASCAR game, but it was still well liked graphics, physics, and gameplay wise by the community. So let's start off with the first question, and that is, how is NASCAR 9 and NASCAR Heat 4 similar? The answer to that is definitely the graphics. Before NASCAR Heat 4 even came out, the community was already talking about how similar the game looks to NASCAR 9. In the side-by-side pictures shown, you could definitely see the similarities, including with the light reflecting off of the car. Now, despite the similarities, NASCAR Heat 4 does have better graphics than NASCAR 9. Now, the games also do have their similar features. For instance, both have fantasy tracks, custom schedules, custom car customization, fun challenges, and much more. Now, despite their similarities, NASCAR 9 does have the upper hand over NASCAR Heat 4 in some areas. For example, the main menu in NASCAR 9 is outstanding. You're in a team shop and the visuals look great, while in Heat 4, they do have a great looking menu, but it's not as great as 09. Also, in NASCAR 9, when you go to pick a vehicle, it's still in the team shop, which is way better visually than the NASCAR Heat 4 driver selection screen. In season mode for NASCAR 9, you can also make a custom schedule, while in NASCAR Heat 4, you have custom preset schedules to choose from. And finally, the last feature that NASCAR 9 does better than NASCAR Heat 4 is their custom car customization. NASCAR Heat 4 has a paint booth which dwarfs NASCAR Heat 4's version. Now that sounds great and all, but what does NASCAR Heat 4 have that's better than 09? Let's start off with the fact that in NASCAR Heat 4 the cars actually have manufacturers. Now, I don't remember the actual reason why, but in NASCAR 9 manufacturers were not put on the car tomorrow body, which is weird because the game is based off of a sport that includes manufacturers. Next, we have vehicle availability, and Heat 4 definitely gets the edge here because of the amount of DLC paint schemes and the fact Heat 4 has 4 racing series compared to NASCAR 09's 3. Now, this might be a little controversial, but finally NASCAR Heat 4 has a better career mode than NASCAR 09. Now, don't get me wrong, 09 has a great career mode, but NH4 just edges it out a little bit because in NASCAR Heat 4, you can do much more, including with the Extreme Dirt Tour and running your own team, while in NASCAR 09, you can do a whole lot, but just not as much as NH4. Also, just to clarify, I just scratched the surface of those topics because if I went full in depth with the video, it would take an hour long, and I know most of you guys want me to get right to the point. But before I answer which game is better and why, here is today's trivia question, and remember, if you know the answer, comment it down below because I will choose one lucky winner to shout out in my next video. The question is located on your screen. Now, for the moment you all have been waiting for about 3.5 minutes, which game is better, NASCAR Heat 4 or NASCAR 09? And the answer is NASCAR Heat 4. There is just more to do with NASCAR Heat 4, which makes it better than NASCAR 9. For instance, you can play with up to 40 drivers in a multiplayer session as of 14 on NASCAR 9, and NASCAR 9 was at the end of the EA era of NASCAR, and they were putting in less effort into the game, unlike in previous installments. Now, both are great games and both have a pretty good damage model, but the driving model in NASCAR Heat 4 is more fluent and the multi-group racing is more suited to NASCAR Heat 4, which makes the gameplay more valuable and makes the game as a whole, as a consumer, more entertaining. Once again, as previously mentioned, both games share a lot of similarities like day into night transitions, for example, but 704 Games put more of an effort into NASCAR Heat 4 than EA did with NASCAR 9, and it definitely showed on the multiplayer, career mode, and single player sections of both games. So that will do it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please smack that like button, comment down below your opinion on which game is better, NASCAR Heat 4 or NASCAR 09, and don't forget to subscribe for more NASCAR Heat 4 videos like this one. Shout out to my donator, shout out to Daniel Brooks, Kyle Larson 42 fan, Dark Knight, Jeff the Killer fan, Ravante Dominique, NASCAR Champion 2016, Jimmy Spencer, Blake T, NASCAR Fan 24, Diamond Bat 2, and the Trucker Ed Show. Links to the channels will be in the description below. So, I'll see you guys in my next NASCAR 4 video. Don't forget to subscribe with notifications on. IDK out.